This is going to be controversial. So behind me, tucked inside there, is my 1988 Volvo 740. I recently paid 1,300 euros for it. It was actually sat off the road for 10 years in storage. And the previous owner said to me, it starts, it runs, it drives. There's no rust, only dust. Look at that. That is a good piece. Look at that. Now that is what you call a filler sandwich. Yeah. So I'd say we're about halfway there, because now at least it is running after we replaced the fuel pump and the fuel sender in the wrong order. It's now running at least. So now it's on to the next stage, which is sorting out those floors. It's going to need a restoration, let's face it, at some stage. It's just kind of putting off the inevitable now. But yeah, either way, I can't do that now, you know, until I win the lottery. So what can we do for now? I've got two choices. I can sell the car, or, now this brings me on to the controversial part. What I've decided to do, because there's no power here in this little garage, there's no space, and I can't weld anyway, I've decided to, very fittingly for this environment, I've decided to do a cold repair. As the title suggests, I'm going to glue the floors in. Now, there's a little bit more to it than that. I'm not just going to use like super glue or Pritt stick. I'm actually going to use a panel adhesive. Wings, quarter panels, yeah, most body panels, not most, but a lot of body panels now are bonded in. They use adhesive. That's the way, that's the direction it's going in. Yeah, I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. I'm not saying it's the best way to work. I'm not saying you guys should do it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to use rivets, and I'm even going to use like screw bolts and things as well to actually bolt the panel in, and rivets, and use the adhesive. So yeah, we'll see if it works, if it can be done, if it lasts, if it gets through a German inspection. Yeah, so anyway, my fingers are starting to go numb. So it's time to crack on. So in case you forgot, guys, or if you're new to the channel, look at that. Horrible, isn't it? So seats out, well, back. First look with me then, guys, what have we got? Of course, a disgusting mess, which is always the case when you take the seats out of a 30-year-old car. Now, how old is this now? 33? Old. It's got old German money in it. And there's a bit more of it over here as well. It's a bit disgusting though. We need to obviously chip away a lot of this soundproof in here to make sure that there isn't rust underneath it. Then I can come in with the cutter and we'll just get rid of all this, and then we'll get down into that frame here and see exactly how well it can be cleaned up. It's only surface rust, guys. I mean, it's only just literally starting, but that's the problem. So guys, I did just chip away a little bit more here, and you can see we should be able to clean that up. So anyway, let's crack on. Guys, it should be alright, shouldn't it? We are getting somewhere, and relatively straight lines as well, which is unexpected. Delete that. Yeah, see, this is what I was worried about. It's quite pitted. You can see all it's peppered. I'm gonna have to rust treat it, aren't I? Because I can't grind. You can't grind enough away so that you get to the bottom of these pits. You know, you'd be going through too much metal. If we get the wire wheel on the drill and zip away at that, that should dig into that a little bit. So it might be okay. going to take so long to sort this car out. Nice straight cut there. No. Okay. Look at all this shit they smeared on it. Oh, look how much floor's missing. So this is where we're at so far. Yeah, inside here, it doesn't look too bad. I've gone over it, cleaned it up. I mean, yeah, it's not perfect. I mean, you wouldn't want to eat your dinner off it, but it's good enough, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the best approach is from here. Well, I haven't really known what the best approach is since I actually started this, so for that I need some help.
What was that, Rusty? There's somebody with a 740 who needs our help? Oh my god, quick! To the metal shop! We're gonna take this old boot lid from our old 240, well, from our 240, and we're gonna cut it up and make some floor pans for Involvo'd.
Our old 240 is becoming a car donor. There we are, a lovely set of floor pans, specially made for our buddy Sledge.
Yeah, gonna save his car. Right.
Gonna save his car. There you go.
Right. There you go, Sledge.
Thanks, guys. Christmas has come early. Colour matched and everything. Look at that. Yeah, guys, I mean, what better friends could you ask for? Just how nice, you know, he's not just done me a couple of panels, you know, he's really gone, you know, the extra mile and made it really nice, and even given it the Whiteland stamp as well. So you know it's quality, you know it's proper workmanship, which is a shame considering what we're about to do. So on that note, let's get to it. Obviously a lot more prep work to go, but I just want to put these in and see how it looks. That's going to go nicely, isn't it? We can actually see the worst part of the chassis through this hole, so we can always keep an eye on it directly and see how it's doing. It's a big old panel for this side. Guys, there we go, look at that. The basics are there. Fits lovely. So I'm going to put some rust converter. I'm not going to go crazy with it, but I'm going to put it in a few key spots, especially where it's a little bit pitted. And I probably can't get every last piece of rust out. I've ground it down, but you'd never grind enough. You'd never grind it flat enough. You know, it's a bit like where you've got like a bad, you know, a black piece inside a potato or something and you're peeling it. You know, you're taking off so much of the potato to get down to that black thing. You know, you're not able to. Sometimes it's you got to go too far down into it, or you could do it, but you'd lose half your potato. So you got to dig it out. Now, obviously, once I've done the grinding, then I use the wire brush to get down into there. But still, those bristles don't get, you know, it's tiny little like pits. It's going to help, isn't it? It's certainly better than just spraying over it, you know. This isn't going to creep nearly as much, but obviously it's much thicker and it lasts a lot longer. And yeah, it reckons in a closed cavity you can expect 20 years of protection, which is quite the claim. We're going to find out, aren't we? It's thick. It's like grease. It's like brushing grease on. It's lovely. I'm going to mark it up, get it so I know that it fits and I don't need to do any more trimming or bending or messing around. Then get the zinc down, then finish off. So I've got these little screw bolts here. So I'm going to drill a few of these in just to get it into position and get it where I want it. broke my drill bit. Bastard. Making a right pig's ear of this. One there, one there, one there, one there. Another one over here, maybe one there. It's flush all the way around. There's a little bit of a gap there, but we've got a screw. We need to put a screw in there. It's actually really doing the job. It is pulling it all together. I'll give it a spray with zinc already. I actually had to go and warm this stuff up on the exhaust manifold of the other car. I had to run the car for a little bit and let it heat this thing up because it's below freezing. So it's just not going to want to go on too well. I'm not sure if I'm in a Volvo or a bathroom. Probably way too much, but that's fine. Okay, in we go. I mean, it looks terrible, but it's floor, it's in there, it's all one piece, you can't see outside. So I've started to replace these screw bolts with rivets because obviously it's going to look nicer and flusher from underneath and even inside as well. This one can stay. This bolt head goes down into the chassis there, so obviously that you can't see that from the outside, but all the rest you can see from the outside, either the bolt head or the actual body of the screw itself. You know, this is solid now. I actually took the screw bolt out of that, so there's not really that much support on this lip here, and I tried to get, there's a little gap here, and I tried to get underneath it and I tried to prise it up and it just would not move. I mean, the adhesive has really done its job even though it's really cold. That's pretty thick stuff, isn't it? Oh, and I've put in the rubber bung as well. Lewis drilled out holes for me and then put in a bung so that I can pop that out and then keep treating the inside of the chassis periodically. It looks like a kid's done it, but it doesn't matter, does it? It's functional, it's going to do the job. It's going to keep my feet inside the car, water outside the car, and the inspection tester away from my car. And, you know, that's really all that matters to me. Yeah, this side's a little bit neater than the other side. The other side was a bit of a sort of first try, first go. After this, I'm going to go and put some black kind of wax-based underseal on it, and then probably some fluid film even on top of that, just to really not only help it blend in, but also to protect it as well. I don't know why, but it reminds me of like some old 60s, 70s British thing, some old Triumph or something, or MG that's been absolutely caked underneath to stop it from rotting away. But yeah, there we go. Not really the best way to do it, not how it should have been done. You know, it's either do that or say goodbye to the car. And yeah, I wasn't prepared to say goodbye to it. So of course I need to say another huge thank you to Whiteland Restorations for saving the day. There's actually a full video on how they actually made these panels that they've done for me. I got nothing but respect for Lewis and Leanne for what they do, and they actually do things properly, unlike me on this channel. It's like night and day between us. But yeah, guys, there we go. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't be too harsh. If you want to see more on this car, you can click on this playlist here and you'll see everything that we've done on the car so far, the whole lot. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.